going to be fucking around with some GBA stuff here. Mainly, I'm going to be looking at stuff that I hadn't looked at before. I'm going to change the stream title, I guess. All right. So, one of the ones that I know offhand that I have not looked at that I've been meaning to is, I'm not sure where exactly it's going to be listed. It's either going to start in L or it's going to start in T. Okay, so that's that one. That's return. That's the, okay, here it is. So one of the things I wanted to look at was what Lord of the Rings: The Third Age was on GBA. Because I had meant to do that the other time I had streamed it, but I didn't have time because the game kept going and going and going and going. So I wanted to see what this one was like. It's really interesting seeing the EA logo now. Holy shit, what is this render? Okay, that's a good start. Movement grid. Yes, I would like that. This looks like a tactics game. We have difficulty options, normal, grueling, or grueling. That G is a bit off. So we just have normal as the lowest, okay. We got snap type flank. What is this font? I don't have dyslexia. I can't even read this. Unit, okay. Flank, okay. There's got sleep mode. Cool. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't matter though, never mind. I was gonna say, oh, I should change the control scheme for the GBA since I haven't done that, but I don't need to. So we can choose a commander. Choose a commander. I like how it glows evil for these ones. That's really funny. We gotta do Saruman, right? Sauron mode? Defeated heroes heal between battles. Defeated heroes are permanently unusable. What? So basically just... Okay, it just makes the game easier or harder. Whatever, I don't care. Got basic tutorial. Ambush. Basic tutorial. Dusk fell over the dark wood. Isildur grew weary beneath an invincible weight. His senses dulled, then a rustle of branches gave way to a stifled yell. Ambush! The rear guard screamed. Herein, you will find out how to select a unit, move a unit, and attack an enemy. Objective, defeat the orc standard bearer, plus 2 points. Good. Defeat Isildur's standard bearer, plus 2 points. Evil. Scouting report. Though Sauron has fallen, his elite Moranen orcs stalk Isildur's forces, slay the standard bearer, to send Isildur a strong message. Play. These are your command points. The number 2 represents how many units you can move this turn. Okay. Select a character by moving the cursor over him and pressing the A button. Select the orc chief. It's the orc chief. That's really good right there. So this is not correct cropping. This is a bit different. So I'm gonna adjust that real quick. One moment. A little bit of a moment, but you can marvel at the artwork. Okay, so alrighty. Yeah, it's not accurate. Okay, I see now. So I think 156 is correct on both sides then. Yeah, that seems more right. Okay. And then we got to do the bottom. You're marveling? Good. I'm glad. All right, superb. We now have a nice GBA crop. The only problem with GBA is it ends up being kind of too big for the fucking screen. So, like, say, for example, like, if I do that, I kind of cut into everything else on the screen. So that's the only problem with GBA. So I kind of just have to make it a little bit smaller, unfortunately. It's how it goes sometimes. Now let's keep it up there. A lot of people love to downsize photos. It's their favorite. Move the cursor where you want the unit to go and press the A button. Move the Orc Chief directly in front of the standard bearer. This is a really bad perspective for tactics, in my opinion. Like, complete top-down like this looks bad. There are two types of attacks, melee and range. Not all units have both, and no one can use a ranged attack while adjacent to a foe. Press the A button to melee attack. This is like Fire Emblem, kind of, huh? You have one command point left. This time, select an orc, and try a ranged attack on the standard bearer. The longer the range, the less damage you do. Okay. Not enough to kill. Should have moved in closer. It's now Gondor's turn to attack. Yeah, isometric is the one you want. This turn, you only have one command point, so you may only use one unit. Why? I started with 2. Why is it 1 now? Command points are random, but based on the leadership of your hero. Oh, this game is terrible. Just that alone, you failed the assignment of your tactics game. I'm sorry. You have failed. This is a -10 video game. That is absolute fucking trash. The Orc Chief is wounded, but not badly. Remember to always protect your heroes. Without them, your command points will suffer. You know what that Orc Chief looks like? Victory for Sauron. Wow. You know what that Orc Chief looks like, especially in that, like, combat view? He looks like a fucking Wookiee. Like, a really, like, melted Wookiee. That's what he looks like. Mission, save, upgrade. The War Room. I can't upgrade anything, I guess? Okay. Get one save slot only. Holy shit, that is a good Saruman. Look at that shit. Oh, hell yeah. Alright. Missions. Advanced tutorial. The Crimson Demon. Isildur cursed his much misfortune as orcs leapt at his forces through the brush. Even with Sauron's demise, his foul creatures were everywhere. Find the chief, he shouted, hewing an orc with his broadsword. Without him, they are nothing. Herein, you will command a force and set out to slay the enemy hero. Defeat a hero plus 2 points. Use your orcs to block the enemy soldiers and protect your hero. Your orcs have good bows, so try to fire at Isildur from a distance, though be aware that, from long range, you do less damage. I do realize how bad that is, Desi. I have played a lot of RPGs before, and I have played tactical RPGs. Now, I haven't played as many tactical RPGs as some people, but I do have like 300 plus hours in Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, so I have a pretty good idea. Yeah, they're telling me again, command points are random. Fucking insane. Yep. Objectives. Just defeat Isildur. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, oh man. Again, with the fucking photos just downsampled. Thank you for the clip. So we have a ton of dudes and just, like... Okay, I see. There are guys with them. I could barely see them before. We got, like, some dudes in hoods or whatever. Two damage. That is pitiful. Especially for that close of a distance. So it seems like it's all just ranged dudes. Right, so basically, if I get up close with range, they just get the initiative advantage and... No? Or was it the opposite? I wasn't paying attention. Whatever. Whatever. Yes, Ultra Mega Crusty. Oh no, that's me, okay. Yeah, I see. So it's working in my favor. Press select to end my turn, alright. He only got one turn, or, yeah, okay, he got one command. Press the A button twice on a unit to see its statistics. Wow, those are some amazing stats, chat. One. Yeah, this game is something. This game is something else. Hey, Basamati. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Really, every version of Lord of the Rings: The Third Age is a marvel, isn't it? They really knew how to make them. Oh, we got 3 this time. This music is astounding. It's like shitty, crunched down Howard Shore music. You can attack on diagonal, which is not true for all of these games. That's interesting. He gets 2. Ooh, 4. It's very brown, it's true. Your hero is wounded. Your forces rely on him for command points. Defend him. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. Wait, how did he... Oh, no, that's the other guy. No, wait. Yeah, he actually lost a lot of health. How did he lose that much? Huh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Isildur is so powerful. Good job. The enemy hero was wounded. Killing enemy heroes is a good way to win any battle. Now, press the attack. Amazing damage output. Incredible. I'm actually a little surprised this game isn't louder for being GBA. I have the volume level pretty high on the capture card. Our commander's almost down, chat. But we get 3 turns this time. Winning the good luck here. Ooh, look at that big random damage number we just got for no reason. That was pretty cool. Look at that. Pretty cool. He's almost dead, but not quite. Unfortunate. Damn, he got us. Oh. So, like, if they take... They didn't actually explain that. If they take out your commander, they just win. They just said it's a good way to, you know, help win the fight or whatever. They didn't, like, say, if you lose your commander, you lose the game. So we basically lost that by, like, a sliver of HP. Pretty awesome. Wow, this game is terrible. Yeah, no, I've never played a Fire Emblem game, but they did not explain that. They were telling me all this other stuff, but they didn't tell me about that. Very fascinating. Okay, so what other crap do we have on here? Because that's all I need to know about that game. That is a terrible video game. There's definitely other games. Oh yeah, I know. I think I know a couple that, like, there should be 1 or 2 things on here like this. Let me see. I thought there was. Oh yeah, there they are. I never did check out these 2. I never checked out these 2. Wait, did I select the right language? I thought I didn't know. Oh, whatever. Yeah, that was the wrong language. Let me reset that. Why does it default to that one? Whatever. I guess. I mean, I guess that's why. I know it is French, but... Control button. Code. Single race. Championship. Easy, normal, or hard? Let's just do normal. Wow, all my favorite characters, like Kokoto himself, Shiny, Baggy, Nero, Scritch, Turtlinny. Turtlinny looks pretty good. Duggar. Geo Kill. Or Gek Kill? This font is really bad. I think it's Gek Kill. Yeah, Scritch looks normal. Alright, so who's got... I think turning... So, like, the one on the bottom is, I think, speed. And... the other one's turning, maybe. Yeah, that would make sense, I think. Also, I like how it keeps flashing on the top, so it causes, like, irritation. Wait? Oh, okay. Let's see. He's really happy to be here. Gotta do Glaboo 1. I don't know. They don't tell me anything. I don't know what's going on. Oh no, this is a kart racer. This is Kokoto kart racing on the GBA. We already did it for the GameCube. We rolled credits in like 20 minutes on the GameCube. I never did look at the GBA one, so part of what I'm doing right now is catching up on the ones I didn't look at. Because there's a good batch of those I never actually like took a look at, and they're always an interesting curiosity to see like the mirror image of the other game, you know? On the other platform. This music's great. Everybody loves Kokoto kart racing. We did it. I sure am miles ahead. Is everyone excited? Are you excited for Kokoto kart racing on GBA? Is this doing it for you? I'm only playing on normal, mind you. It's not even easy, it's normal. You're a Kokoto fan, Desi? Glad to hear it. It's occurring, it sure is. I'm really glad that Crash Nitro Kart was as short as it was, because if I had done any more of that, I would have been probably nursing an injury with my hand, because using the trigger on the GameCube that much was really hurting my hands. I got a much needed break from that. I'm noticing there's not really a catch-up mechanic or rubber banding in this game, which is probably for the best. But I'm, like, immensely ahead of them, and I'm not even trying. Like, they just can't catch up. You never skip hand day. I can take that many different ways, you know? There are many interpretations to what you are saying. I'm noticing a pattern with a lot of these tracks. It's that they are basically all the same track, and they're very uninspired and have no, like, variety or interest. The hell is this? They're like red shells, but they're like weird critter freak things. Different glup shittos, exactly. Not really sure what the brake button is, if there is one. Okay, there is a slide. Okay. It's just weird. So there is a slide, so at least I can use that for, like, better turns and shit. Yeah, all these tracks are kind of the same. And those have, like, a different background and a different glup shittos and some palette swaps. Surely, you know, everyone expected better of Kokoto Kart Racer on Game Boy Advance. If anything, we are appalled and shocked at the pedigree of Kokoto being destroyed. You got a gorilla grip? I see. I figured this was some masturbation joke that was related to public masturbation. Because it's Desi. Bo Bong. Everyone's favorite track. Oh, what's your favorite track in Kokoto Kart Racer? Mine's Bo Bong 1. Okay, so that is actually faster. These are like turbos. Okay. I'm going backwards. That's the thing you can do in this game? Interesting. Oh, I see. It's like Mario Kart. It's the same, like original Mario Kart. They're doing the same thing. Oh my god, what is that? That's like the fairy from the fucking platform jumper game. Wouldn't you be shocked to hear, chat, that this game is not exactly very good? You could do worse, but it ain't good. I will say this. The one on GameCube was worse. The one on GameCube was notably worse than this, so the GBA one is probably the best of this. Actually, a little surprised I caught back up to first. We're not, like, doing a cup or anything. We're just doing, like, individual races. But I guess if I were doing a cup, I would be in the lead. Hey, something hit me. Rude. So intense, chat. Anything could happen at any moment. That was Bobong. So they just have Bobong 3, Glabu 3. All right, let's do Bobong 3. I want to see what Bobong 3 is. So it is a different layout, but it's the exact same, like, assets. So they're not really different tracks. They're just, here's the same stuff again. It's just the tracks laid out differently. But it's the exact same thing again with the same mechanics and the same everything. So yeah, this is, this game basically has 5 tracks, and then they just reuse the same 5 tracks 3 times. Or 4 times, depending. Very, very creative. Neko Interactive and Big Banner. So cool. Anyway, that was Kokoto Kart Racer. Now, the real creme de la creme is Kokoto Platform Jumper on GBA. We gotta see what this is. I've never looked at this. I have never looked at this one. This one defaults to English. I wonder if it's just the same game, but, like, they reinterpreted it to be... Oh, they have, like, an FMV here, or what? Ominous. They got password system, they have difficulty option. Let's go normal. So far, they're making this out to be, like, the same game. Like, it's the same intro. It's just lower quality now. This is legit just, like, terrible quality of the GameCube one. Audio's fucked. So far, this is the same. Oh, don't know. Get her away from me. Fairy shows you the way. Follow her to find and save your friends. Okay. Holy fuck. Look at him go. Look at Kokoto go. It even makes this jump. Oh, that's a turbo. No, never mind. That's turbo. I forgot that they bound turbo by default in this core. That's just turbo. You can crush one or more of them. Yeah, I know about that. Yep. Yeah, no, that's just turbo. Never mind. This is the intended speed. So that actually means we wasted some time. Alright, that's fine. Terrible, terrible. So this is basically the same game, just reinterpreted to be this. You see, oh, okay, I gotta get my buttons straight. I gotta get my buttons straight. I never remembered the Mr. Core for GBA just making turbo the default on like the X button on Xbox layout. That's very weird. Maybe they did. I know that they were making a different core. It was separate, at least for now, from this. That wouldn't even have the turbo function because the idea was would be even more accurate. That was my understanding of what was going on with that. Okay, so that's the attack. Okay, it's on shoulder. So either shoulder button will do the attack. I was wondering about that. I cannot... Okay, now I can attack midair. I couldn't before. That was weird. Because, yeah, the attack is essential. I guess there's no melee attack in this one. Nope. I mean, honestly, that makes sense. I always felt like the melee attack in the GameCube one was pointless, and there was no reason to ever use it. Like, this is all literally the same shit. Like, this is the same game. That's why I'm ignoring all the tutorials, because I'm like, yep, I know what that is. I've played the game. More than I would like. The only difference is some nuance. Wait, there's a fucking double jump on this motherfucker? That's new. That's different. It's not much of a double jump, but it's there. That is so weird. You can't do any attacks when you touch her. You have to wait for it to go away. Had to sneeze. Came out of nowhere. Okay. Kokoto's favorite pastime, collecting gems. Spyro? Who's that? I only know Kokoto for collecting gems. Well, I just lost everything instantly. So unlike the GameCube game, you don't get your apples back. You can't collect them back. You just lose everything immediately when you get hit a single time. Is this secretly Rainbow Island? Yes, that is what Kokoto Platform Jumper has always been. This was true on the GameCube, and it's true on this one. The only difference between these games is some minor gameplay changes. And obviously one's in 3D, and the other one is not. Oh, and also there's not like this weird, like, range. So, like, something that does not have... Man, that goes away fast. So, like, there was not, like, this weird, like, short range like this on the ranged attack. It was never this short. Like, it actually went much further on the GameCube. So, yeah, there's, like, some differences like that. And that was the first level. Horrifying. Wow, that is quite the password. They're not kidding. That's not even something you can remember. Wow, that apple is a real asshole. Definitely move a lot slower in this one. So yeah, if you never saw me play Kokoto Platform Jumper, there is a VOD. Oh, that's bullshit. There is a VOD on YouTube, and otherwise, it's not too different from this. It's pretty similar. Very accurate overall. Just the different graphical fidelity. One's 3D, one's not. That is horrific, though. That was never something that was on the GameCube. That actually makes this game a lot more bullshit, because there's no defense for that. Like, you can't stop that guy from doing that, and you can't duck or anything. You can just only move the camera up and down. So this game is probably harder than it was on GameCube. Also, they are different stages. Yeah, this is fucking BS. This is just the game's fucking bullshit and cheating. Anyway, I'm done with this, because this is frustrating. It's the same game, basically. So, we got the idea. Now, you're in the C's, so the Crash stuff, right? So here's Crash Nitro Kart on Game Boy Advance. Let's take a look. Oh, this is a lot louder. Amazing. Wow, look at that Crash. He's in the back there. Link play. Got cheats. GCN link. So it goes both ways? That's crazy. Or maybe that's just how you get it to work at all, I guess. Bandicoot or Evil? Wowee. Crash's favorite catchphrase, wowee. The audio is so crunched. Nope, too late. Oh, I have to push buttons here. This is just the FMV, but in stills and very low quality, and no voices. God, this game is so fucking loud. Shut up, Aku Aku. I think this game runs better than it does on the GameCube. Well, oh, the timing on this is completely different. Oh, this is like a locked 60, chat. Holy shit. Wait, how do you do this? The buttons aren't working. I can't, it won't do it. What is happening? All right, let me check the GBA buttons here. Yeah, that's probably good. Right, I need to get my keyboard for this. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I could see it being arguably better than the console one. But, oh yeah, like, they even have, like, collectibles and shit, which is what I was complaining about, right? Of, like, they actually have things on the track that aren't just the crates. But why isn't the boost working? Like, it doesn't do anything. And there's not enough buttons on this controller, so I'm like, what the hell's happening here? Like, the core mechanic is not working. Do you know, Soryu? How you do the core mechanic of the game with the sliding and the boost? Because I'm very confused by this game. Because it's clearly in the game. Because it has the meter. But it doesn't work. Unless that it is, then it makes a really bad noise. Am I doing it correctly? Maybe I am. And it just isn't giving me, like, normal feedback for it. But it's not chaining it, so it feels like I'm doing it wrong. Like, it ends it. Well, this one has a better victory thing. It's not good looking, but it's better. Should work. What you're telling me. But it's not. But there's no boost. I'm not even seeing anything coming out of the cart. Like, there's no feedback. Like, I'm not seeing anything happen, you see? Mysterious fucking video game. What a fucking inscrutable fucking mechanic for this version. Wowie. Whoa, I got fucked over. Big time fucked over. So whatever reason they don't want you to be in the red, is that it? They're fucking rudos. It is. These types of games were designed to be played on small GBA screens, not large screens. It's even worse on my end. It's much bigger on my perspective. Everything's super pixelated. Like, this is not the way you're supposed to play these games. So yeah, it's a lot worse, but it was never good to begin with, to be clear. But in some ways, this is a better game than the GameCube one. But there's a severe flaw of they don't seem to give proper feedback on anything to do with the core mechanic of this kart racer, with the sliding and the boosting. So, yeah. It's not great. You think Kokoda Kart Racer is better? I see. Also, I think they got rid of the height mechanic with the jumping because that would require the game to be 3D. So yeah, it's not working very well. It's pretty poverty. There's a lot of problems here, but at least this one runs at 60, locked. And say that about the GameCube one. That one's struggling to hit 30 sometimes. Oh my god, that tiny little tree, really? Really now? Terrible. Well, I lost. The win streak is over on both, well, I guess it was over before with the fucking cheating boss in the last one, but you know. Wow. Try again? No, I'm good. I get the idea. I get the idea. Alright. So, other games that come to mind. There's a shitload of Disney games, and a lot of them did get one. Like Disney Sports Soccer, we didn't look at that. Let's look at Disney Sports Soccer on GBA. It's the same FMV, but it looks bad. That's kind of a theme. Wow. Same UI, basically. One-player mode. A lot of the same stuff. Oh, you missed that, yeah. I did that, like, a month and a half ago, something like that. It's been a bit. It's probably more like 2 months ago, maybe. I think I did that in August, like, somewhere in the middle of August. So yeah, there's a VOD for that should be up on the YouTube. So far, this is super similar. The only difference is we never selected an item for our team. That is completely new. Not that we have a lot in the way of options. Got like 2 options. That's weird. They never showed like a tournament structure before, I don't think. That's different. Also, this came out before Mario Strikers did. The GameCube one, at least. Do we start? Okay, okay. I see. So far, this is very similar. We're already losing. Not a lot to see with this one. It's very similar in a lot of ways. Oh, you have like replay control. That's so funny. So I could like go back and go forward. I could pause. That's so funny. There's like a jump. That's new. That was never in the other game. What the fuck? Why is there a big jump thing? It feels like there's a lot less you can do here to win. Like, you can't attack anybody, it seems. Like, that's not a thing in this. So they made it worse, basically. It's kind of my understanding of the situation. It's just worse now. It's very much the same kind of game, but it's worse. And I guess I'm not really shocked by that. Yeah, like, it does all the same stupid shit that, like, it did before. All the same, like, problems that are with the GameCube one are here, except for the fact I can't fucking do anything to attack. Like, I can't, like, slide into them or something. Yeah, this is shit. I've already seen everything. Nothing else to see with this one. Good to know what it is, though. Okay. So, we got those. Did they do a Finding Nemo? I don't think they did. It probably would have been in Disney's section anyway, if they had one. Double check, though. No, I don't see anything. Okay, so in that... Oh, there it is. No, there it is. No, they do have it. They have two. Interesting. They have two of them. Wrong button. Fuck. God damn it. I have to find it again. Fucking controls of the Mister are different from, like, other games, so I get confused very easily. Okay. F. Where's my fucking Fs? God damn it. There it is. Okay. Right up there. And there. So yeah, Finding Nemo was the second game I did in the GameCube challenge. I've never looked at the Game Boy Advance one. So... And, YouTube's, copyright detection is so strong that this Pixar logo already going to be claimed on the VOD. They're going to be so powerful. They'll be like, oh, it's low fidelity. We can still tell. Hey, it's Vicarious Visions again. Wow. What a coincidence. I don't like the way that his eyes move, but that's fine. I also have a password system on this one. Jeez, how cheap can you be? They already give me the password for the first level? That seems redundant. I'm noticing a format with these that's pretty consistent, huh? I guess Vicarious Visions had a certain formula here. I'm gonna skip that. Oh, that's the mechanic that was not in the GameCube one, which I really wish did exist. Some of this stuff is in the GameCube, though. Some of this stuff is in it. There are definitely a lot of similarities. Also, this runs a million times better. Finding Nemo on the GameCube runs like dog shit. Oh. Okay, that's different. I did not know that Nemo was so strong and powerful. We were learning a lot about him. He was never this strong on the GameCube. He's fucking jacked. Nemo's fucking jacked on the GBA. Okay, so we can't boost when he's doing this. Also, these enemies are new, by the way. In case you were wondering. Basically, almost nobody saw me play Finding Nemo on the GameCube, so, like, for a lot of you, this doesn't have a strong frame of reference for what it was like on that platform. Where does he fit in the Dragon Ball power scaling? That's a great question. He's probably somewhere, like, slightly above Krillin. Welcome to Dory's Memory Game. Collect star rings to earn chances to play. Use the control pad and select a card. Match 2 cards, remove them from... It's Mario 3. Yep. Yay! Yay! Triumphant music. Got some actual music here. Honestly, so far, this game seems shockingly serviceable and might actually be better than the GameCube version, which is not something I expected to say. This game runs at 60 FPS. It controls better. It has less horrific puzzles so far. And the level design makes any amount of sense, and Nemo has actual abilities and is stronger. Like, Nemo actually literally can fend for himself in the least. And there's also no horrible racing minigames. So this actually might just be straight up a superior game that, so far, seems to be pretty serviceable. It even has a fucking health recovery mechanic that does not exist on the GameCube, which really needs to. It actually has, like, music at all. Beep. Right, so am I bringing him back to the beginning of the level, or what? I kind of skipped what they said there, but I think they were mentioning something like that. Or maybe I just bring him to the end. It might just be that I bring him to the end. I guess I missed a pearl somewhere. Ah, I see. Do 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 do. Oh, okay, so zero direction. That's not what I thought. Do 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 do. Do do do. Why doesn't Nemo just kill the clam? Why doesn't Nemo just simply murder the clam? He's strong enough to break rocks that are like 5 times, maybe 10 times his size? Fucking hell, this guy's actually attacking me, okay. This dude's actually, like, not on a pattern. He just wants to kill me. That's a good question, Polygonal Fish. Question that does not have an answer. Maybe his father has not taught him the technique yet. We're getting like an army of these people. Oh, it's him. All 3 of them. It's really funny that they just keep following anyway. That's not very safe. It's like you have to bring them all back simultaneously. You can't do it in piecemeal, Nemo. You fucker. Okay, so clearly now we're in like a more open-ended sort of maze situation here, and we gotta get over there. We gotta find another one of these pearls somewhere, and we gotta carry it over. So this is a bit more like the GameCube, where they make you go around these like larger open-ended levels to try and find shit. And sometimes it gets really confusing and you don't know where you are. So this part is pretty accurate. Not the same level, but it's the same philosophy of level design. Yeah, exactly. See, now I don't know where this pearl is. It could be anywhere. It could be even, like, further back in the level or something. At least you move really fast. You do not do that in the GameCube. At all. Anyway, I've seen enough of this game. This is where I just don't engage any further. So, that was that. Okay, let me think here. You know what I really should just do is just, have the document in front of me so I don't have to guess and I can just look to see if there's a GBA version of that. So I'm gonna just pull up my doc. Which you too can look at the document by going !challenge. Alright. So go. Make that smaller. Oh, Jordan Jacobs. I mean, yeah, I did. What of it? It was on Blue Sky, though, not Twitter. But, yeah. Okay, let's see. What else did I do? So, there are sports games. Those are probably going to be, like, very box standard. Oh yeah, do they? That would be quite the that'd be quite the deep cut. Do they have a GBA version of Monster 4x4 Masters of Metal? That would be fascinating. They have other monster stuff. Let's see. We have Monster House. Monster House is one of the ones I did like a year ago, basically. They have other monster truck stuff, but they don't have that. Yeah, I didn't think that they would have a GBA version of 4x4 because that was like a shovelware game that was really a deep one that almost nobody has heard even exists. So let's see. Yeah, Monster House. We'll do that. No, this is just the Game Boy Advance library, and I'm just kind of going back and looking at some of the Game Boy Advance versions of GameCube games I've already beaten for my GameCube challenge. So that's basically what I've been doing. Because I finished Crash Nitro Kart like in under 2 hours, so I still had a lot of stream left to do. It might be me. We'll take a look at that. It's still made by the same developers. Still made by the same people for this one. Monster House was like a very like, it had some neat stuff in it, but it was a very mediocre game that had some very confusing parts of like how you figure out how to even progress. Spooky, scary, terrifying. I never did watch this like movie or film or whatever. Oh, so we're doing this kind of perspective? So it's like what? Sort of like a... This could be anything. It'd be hilarious if it was an RPG somehow or something. I see, I see. Maybe they're gonna go for like a... Probably more likely this will be like sort of like a top-down shooting type game or something. Interesting to see what this is. Bottles of cold syrup must have broken when the house grabbed us. That worked fast. Okay. Switch between the characters. Right. Yeah, so we do that. Whoa. Is this like character switching on a huge delay? Oh, you can only do it when you're not moving. I see. Okay, so it's just like a... It's basically very similar to what the GameCube one was like in concept of you go around the house, you do the things, and you just have a different perspective on how you shoot. Okay. That is a very interesting sound for the stairs. You can do that. And, do doors open? And grab stuff. Okay, this is very Zelda. Oh yeah, candy. Candy restores 1 energy point. Oh, so you open with the prompt. The shoulder button. So, do these doors open? Nope. Ah. This is the one. Yeah, a lot of this is very similar. Oh, there's a dash. Ha! That's funny. Now that's a different thing. I was not on the GameCube version. There's a burst attack or a hold, and then there's strafing. And there's a stun with the camera. Yep, okay. Very similar in a lot of ways. Which makes sense. They were probably making them both at the same time or something. Be as quiet as possible. I don't know about that. So yeah, this is like kind of a combination of Zelda stuff and then just like what they did with the GameCube one. It seems to be a lot easier than the GameCube game. The GameCube game was very hard to like aim and stuff. It also like usually did not run well. That was another big problem with that one, but that's like so common with a lot of GameCube games. Right, they did mention like a strafe. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's kind of what you gotta do for those. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a good sprite. Considering that guy is low on water, I better swap. Actually, hold on. No, it doesn't even restore the juice back. Or doesn't restore your water at all. It just, I think, restores your health. Oh, that's how you do it. So that's a different thing. They never had, like, a bathroom was, like, a fucking area where you restocked on your water or whatever. Do I want to save my progress? I mean, I guess. I don't think I'm going to come back to this, but sure. Oh, if you just stand in the bathroom, it just gives you your stuff back immediately. That's kind of funny. I thought you would have at least had to go to the bathtub or a sink or something. So far, the game seems to be pretty easy. One thing that's really unfortunate about this game that I noticed, though, is it's got, like, really fucked up frame pacing. Like, it's always stuttering whenever the screen's scrolling. Not really sure how that happens on the Game Boy Advance. That's a good damage sound. Oh. We got ourselves a map. Yeah, this is very Zelda. Yeah, it didn't take very long. It was like, I don't know the exact length, but I think I did like hour and 20, hour and 30, something like that. Maybe 2 at most, like 2 hours at most. So we've been just looking at like basically the mirror image of Game Boy Advance versions of GameCube games I've already beaten. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. Whole lot of game here, chat. Look at all these fucking rooms. All these fucking rooms, and then these floors with them. That's crazy. Well, I get the idea. I know what this game is now. And now I am informed and edified, and we're all enriched for knowing. Okay, so yeah, me was mentioning maybe it would be in the numbers for if they did a Monster 4x4. Would put it... Yeah, that's a good call. It's not the right game, though. 4x4 Off-Roaders is a different game. Yeah, I guess they don't have it, which is kind of what I expected. Yeah, they got Army Men games. Okay, let's see. We have Army Men games. I only did one of those so far, and it was Sarge's War. It's not on here. So that's a no-go. I'm basically looking at my document to see what I've done. Keep track of it. So I have a Babar game or Babar. I remember seeing this cartoon as a kid. It's funny. They have Avatar. I guess, yeah, we did do an Avatar game that was just called Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I guess this sort of counts. It's probably not even trying to be the same game, though, but I'm curious. Let's see. If I press the right button on the Mister. I keep pressing the PlayStation confirm button instead of the Nintendo confirm, so I keep backing out on accident. Avatar. Oh, they have an ant bully game. No, we'll do that first. This one was also made by A2M. At least on the GameCube it was. None of them are doing an insane genre swap. Oh, well, Lord of the Rings: The Third Age did. Yeah, they also made this one too. I never watched the movie, but the game was interesting on the GameCube until it devolved into trash, which is very common for A2M games. Lots of them do that. They just run out of budget and scope and ideas, and they get way too ambitious with what they're trying to do. Oh. This shit's intense. Amazing. Hey, it's another game that's like the one we just looked at. I'm not sure about this music. We have a radar. Amazing. This radar is not very high fidelity, unfortunately. He does look quite gormless indeed. We also move very slowly. The Monster House game, we had like a dash and stuff, and we could like move places. This music's a little bit questionable. You thought I was playing a Jimmy Neutron game? You know what? Fair. Same studio too, right? Who did the movie? And then it made them go bankrupt. This is just Zelda. They're sure making me do this many times. They gotta make sure I really understand how to play the game. Oh shit. Strong boy, damn. Link couldn't do that until he got, like, gloves. This kid is jacked. Oh, apparently that's death. Cool. Okay, he's not strong enough for that one. It would be true. It's easy to bully him. Like I said, this kid's jacked. Wait, I'm not allowed to go that way? What the fuck? Well, that's interesting. Definitely looks like a path. I guess I can't push it that way. This game needs a bit more variety in its music, I think. It's closed for the time being. Well, I don't know what else they want me to do. Basically just go around this stupid maze and look for things to interact with. Yeah, you pull rocks. You know? That thing that you do? They grow in the ground, and then you pull them out. Okay, this is bad, and this music is driving me insane. So I have to check out something else. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what this game is. It's Bad Zelda. And eventually we will get a twig, and it will be like our weapon. Much like, or a staff twig thing, much like it was in the GameCube game. Let's go to Avatar like we were gonna do anyway. So the Avatar game on the GameCube was a Diablo clone, or Gauntlet clone. It was kind of like Gauntlet-ish, Diablo-ish. It was sort of like in between that. So that's the expectation that was set here. So that's what it was on that. That game was also one of the cool ones that crashed on the credit screen and crashed a couple other times while we were playing it too. Oh, this game is quiet. Enter my name. It's ass. Hello, Noel. I don't know. Is it? I guess it is. I didn't know them. Important Avatar affairs. I like that Appa. So far, the artwork on this is punching in higher than the GameCube one, which looked fucking horrifying. They look so scary on the fucking GameCube. Well, we do have an attack like this, so maybe it is like still trying to be the same sort of game. It would be interesting. Am I looking forward to playing Dragon's Lair 3D? No, not really. But at least it's like on the shorter side. So like, even though it would probably be a painful experience, it's shorter. 6-ish hours long, depending on factors. A lot of the time, those games for me go up to 8. But, the game does not look pleasant. I don't have any immediate plans of playing through that game, so if you're, like, hoping that I'm gonna like, stream that game, like, this month or something, it's not happening. I hate to get your hopes up like that. It might not even be happening next year. Who knows? See, the problem is that type of game, the Dragon Lair 3D game, is way too similar to, like, the several other, like, licensed action adventure slop games that I have done for the challenge already. And they're really fucking frustrating to play. Like, as bad as that game is, it's really, like, a lot of what I saw there was very typical and extremely similar to a lot of those games I've already beaten. And I've been, like, super burned out on those for, like, a while now, so I just have not had the patience to play one of those for a bit. Like, as an example, like, you know, the whole, like, oh, the ledge grabbing in Dragon's Lair 3D doesn't work, like, half the time. That's, like, super normal, common stuff for a lot of those games. Like, most all of those games have had bad ledge grabbing. So, like, there's a lot of, like, usual suspect stuff going on. This is cinema. So, like, hold on. Oh, I see. Cool. This is, again, very Zelda-like. I'm noticing a pattern here for the GBA with these licensed games. That's an interesting sound effect for the attack. At least when you do a hit. Aang is a known murderer of animals. He loves beating up animals. Loves it. Loves the murder. Huge fan. And for those who do not know anything about Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang is like basically a Buddhist, and he's very against violence and stuff as a general rule, and does not enjoy or relish the engaging with it, I guess you could say. He's very much does his best to not get into fights. Yes, this just loops back around. I never saw this dude. I never saw the Haru. We made our way back though. Maybe Haru will just show up now after we beat up 2 wolves and went through a cave. I should do as the elder asks. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, Sokka's waiting for me in an area now. Okay, so I did that for no reason, and now I'm over here. Okay. I guess I saw, like, 1 piece of evidence, and that was enough. So now we're just doing this in the training area. You can't push it by yourself. Well, dang, Aang. Yeah, Aang, you should have magic. What? Oh, that's how it works? So you always default back to Aang, but if you hold the button, you temporarily play as them. That's jank. So, like, you can't just do a toggle. It has to be, like, you hold it down. That's really weird. Why did they do that? That is a huge problem. Like, I think, like, already that's sort of, like, you failed the assignment tiers of things, because, like, that's really not how these games should play. That is just a fucking problem that you created. Always having to hold down the button is bad, especially if you're playing on, like, say, like a Game Boy Advance SP, like the tiny little shoulder buttons. You want to hold one of those down the entire time that you're fucking playing this game if you want to, like, use another character. That's wild. I just simply would not do that. Why am I moving this? What are we trying to do? Oh, does it move like... No, surely it doesn't go outside of its barrier. Oh, they want me to do that. That's what it is. His eye twitching is very funny. That's not really a thing Aang does much of unless he's tired, so that's kind of funny. I really like this, like, cinematic music they're doing that's not even, like, at all an Avatar thing. They're doing their best here. I guess I should probably save, huh? That's what they have this here for. So far, this one's more tolerable than some of the other ones I've been trying here. I'm actually pretty sure this is the exact same boss that I fought on the GameCube. I am almost certain this is the same motherfucker. It might even be the same type of boss fight. It's been a bit. How do I damage you? What? Why am I on my ass? What? How did I die? Yeah, I'm really confused. I didn't even really notice I was taking damage. Oh, okay. I guess that's all you do. This boss is fucking easy when you know what to do. Yeah, we beat it. Oh, that is a really slow attack. How to use Sokka to clear that. Very important. It was really quite the jump indeed. So they're just going straight to this part of the story, huh? So far, this game seems perfectly serviceable and perfectly fine. It's not like a showstopper by any stretch of the imagination. It seems quite simple overall. Very bog standard. Has some pretty good artwork here and there. Like, it looks nicer than most of these do. It seems okay. Maybe it gets completely terrible later on or something, like a GameCube game sometimes ends up being. But it's okay. It's alright. It's got, like, some serviceable gameplay, serviceable artwork. Not necessarily, like, a good Avatar game, but also, like, a lot of those types of things are hard to make into video games because you're so limited on what you're able to do in them. I think what I'm supposed to do... There's, like, a little way around. Isn't there? No, it's like a little puzzle. I see. Well, that's the thing, right, me? Is that there, you know, obviously, especially in, like, you know, 2025, there's just better games to play. Like, that's kind of the thing. Okay, so I can't go around that. Can't move it like that. Oh, keep pushing? Oh, yeah, you're right, because I cleared the thing. Right, of course. But yeah, there are just better games to play. That's, like, mainly what it comes down to is, like, yeah, there's, like, games like fucking Crosscode, which would be way better use of one's time. And Crosscode is, like, also, like, been given away for practically for free multiple times. Like, you can get it for, like, super fucking cheap. It's been, like, all these, like, big bundles and charity things and all that stuff, so, like... In some cases, unless you just completely ignore PC gaming, this is sort of the equivalent of like I don't have Uno. What do you mean you don't have Uno? Like, it's the same thing, but you could replace it with crosscode and being on the PC. Because it's like, you know, there's been so many opportunities to just have crosscode. So, like, yeah. One of those games I definitely would like to, I would like to actually properly sit down and play. I played, like, I think 4 hours of it back when it was newer. And I did like it. I just, you know, haven't gotten back to it. And I do know it's a really long game. So, like crosscode's a big game. So if I ever did get around to it, which I would like to, it would take a while. That wouldn't be a small commitment. Yeah, so then they have like a weight puzzle here. Oops, wrong button. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I see what they're doing. Yeah, if you were like a kid, I think this would be pretty fucking good. Like, I think this would be a pretty damn good one to have on the GBA, honestly. Like, this is more serviceable than I was expecting. Crosscode people are making a new game. That's good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, no, this is, like, quite good. Like, it's not, again, like, there are better ways to spend your time, but if, you know, you got stuff you know how to do, you know, it's... Okay, so all those have spikes. Got it. There's better ways to spend your time now is the thing. That's all. But like a licensed game, this is fine. Alright, cool. Well, we have seen... Oh, they can... Okay, never mind. Never mind, you can change it. You can just do a toggle. It's weird that the default's a hold. What were they thinking with that? Like... So the game's already better because you can just do this now, and you don't have to hold this stupid button down. That is a very bold choice that they made it the bad one by default. I don't know why you would do that. Alright, so the game's already better just because of that. So yeah. You know what? That ain't bad. And I guess they have another one? I don't know if it's like a different game, but regardless, it's not a proper mirror to the GameCube stuff, so it's outside of the scope of what we're doing at the moment. So we have all this backyard stuff, right? So let's look at backyard baseball in the GBA. Because that was one we did relatively recently on the GameCube. Infogrames, huh? And humongous.com. Bigleaguers.com. So many .coms. Like, everybody wants you to go to their website. What? Okay. Well, they don't look as hideous as on the GameCube. Yeah, Vinny the Gooch. What am I doing here? I'm just tossing the ball back and forth? This is interesting. What a weird game. Why is nothing happening? Like, aren't... Okay, out of play. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no fucking clue what that was. Why can't I ever do, like, when's it my turn to, like, fucking use the bat? Okay, so that guy's moving, so something's actually happening now. How do I resume? Like, how do I do things again? Why is it, like, stuck here in this mode? Shouldn't that have been a conclusion? He's safe. So what are we doing? Why are we just wandering around like this? Why is there nothing happening until I bring the ball out of play? Go to the pitcher and stand on the mound. Out of play. They're very upset by this. This is a very interesting way to play this. The other baseball games I looked at were nothing like this. Where they, like, actually want you to, like, do the whole thing yourself. Why can't I pass to who I want to pass to? I don't know what happened there. This is putting me to sleep. Bizarre. We have a GBA Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Didn't know that. Haven't done that for the challenge yet, though. I knew there was already a Banjo game, but of course there's none of those on the GameCube. What else we got? Let's see. We have Cabela's. Got Cabela's, huh? I don't know, like, which ones are supposed to relate to which ones for the Cabela's, because we still have other ones to do. They got their home run. Good for them. Good for them. Got a Catwoman game. God. Oh, I see good games here. We can't have that. Let's see. A lot of D games. A lot of games that start with a D. Diddy Kong Pilot Prototype. Huh. Okay, DK King of Swing is not what we've done. All kinds of Dragon Ball Z. I'm interested in some of these games. I've talked about them before. I'm interested in, like, the Legacy of Goku stuff. Quite some music that started happening. God, I forgot that these were on the Game Boy Advance, the Earthworm Jim ones. I think they're supposed to be terrible. Oh, there's Ed, Edd and Eddy. They have two of these. This was the one that was on the... This was the one that was on the GameCube. So this was one that was also, I believe, done by A2M. I think this was another one of theirs. At least on the GameCube it was. And this ran like... Yeah, it was. Yeah, there we go. And this ran like fucking shit. on the GameCube. Like, it was really bad at a lot of points. And it was a somewhat playable video game that was sort of like okay. But it was really ruined by the fact it got very confusing at a few points and ran really badly. It sounds like Simpsons game energy over it. He's strutting. Well, it's something. The Ed, Edd and Eddy GameCube game also looked visually quite good in many ways. But it ran bad, so I kind of canceled it out. This one seems to be running better. I guess those are like checkpoints or something. Yeah, kind of that Viking stuff, yeah. Definitely. Insufficient funds, but it's... I only have 26 cents. Damn. Oh, this is interesting. Well, I don't think I've seen a game that has that. I've seen it on, like, Mario World's world map, but that was about it. So are we in, like, a real level now? Is that the idea? We're done tutorial. Boing. This seems fine. At least early on. Maybe it goes full sicko depraved mode later or something, but this seems okay. It's got some good art assets, that's something. Yes, perhaps it is cromulent. I don't know what those do. They're not, like, refilling my health. I already knew that. I've been doing it. I've played these games before. I know that you can get more height if you hold down. I've played 2D platformers. Oh, you think there's an ammo system in this game? That's like what that stuff is? I don't see a count. And there's no count. Unless it's for, only for him. No, it doesn't seem like anything. They're refilling your health a pixel at a time. Oh, okay. So that probably shows that there's going to be an ominous, dark, sinister evil in this game when you get past the tutorial, probably. Well, that's good to know. That does not shock me in the least. Oh, okay. Alright, he had to hit that. He had to, like, shoot it. I'm noticing this game's not running that well. It's actually dropping frames and has, like, weird frame pacing problems again. At least that's what I'm noticing. Maybe it's just it could be related to maybe like a MR setting, possibly. Because I am using certain settings that maybe aren't taking. Maybe it's fine on the capture. Or I'm just like very sensitive to stuff like that. This is a really long tutorial. Like, really fucking long tutorial. It's kind of concerning. Oh, you can hit them. We don't need the bombs. You can just use any of the attacks and it'll work. The bombs might just keep them, like, down for longer is all. That's probably what it is. Yeah. They're more effective. Was there ever a dog in that? I don't know. I've never watched the show. Wasn't my scene. Wow, that sure deals a lot of fucking damage. Can't seem to get up on these. There's not like a way to reach that. You can set it up, but you can't, like, reach it. Oh yeah, I remember GBA video. I never had anything with GBA video, but yes, I do remember it. Oh, you gotta push this. They did mention that was a thing that he could do. So these all share the same health. It's kind of stupid, actually. So I could see this game maybe being fucked up. Least shocking thing ever to learn. Okay, enough talking. You're not funny. Go away. That guy is immune to our stink. I could talk to those people, but I don't want to. Kind of just keeps going, huh? Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Why is this level so fucking massive, chat? Looks like the game's saved or something. What if this is the whole game? You just hold right. Yeah, I don't know what those jawbreakers even do. Like, what does that do for us? It doesn't give us anything. Just gives us the jawbreakers. Like, it's a thing you can collect. Which was how it worked on the GameCube. It's like, it doesn't do anything, but you can do it. I don't know if I have the GBA video stuff on this, mister. Good question. I think we might be in another level now. I think it legit this might be how the game works. Like it somehow streams it in or something. Like I think it just is, you just continually hold right. Like this is the game. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a game do that. I'm sure that they have, but like, it sort of just seems like that's it. Like, we're out of the tutorial maybe. Fucking weird. That just deletes the dog, makes him go in the house. I get the idea. I get the idea. I get it. I don't know, like, if I had any, have any of those on here. I probably don't, if I were to guess. Like, they're probably not included. There's a Turok Evolution GBA game? Okay. This is like basically the worst game I've done on the GameCube so far. I've never looked at this fucking thing. Brought to you by the good people at Acclaim. Yes, name your son Turok. Two-player mode. This is a very different vibe. Also, that character that they're mentioning here does not exist in Turok Evolution. Okay, I've seen... Okay, I can skip that. Okay, I want to see what the gameplay's like. Enough of the story. Let me see what the gameplay's like. Okay, it's an action... It's not the same game in the least, which is what I expected. It's a completely different game that is probably better than fucking the GameCube game. The least shocking thing ever. It's not hard to be better than the GameCube game. Jesus. I am Turok. Can't shoot diagonally, that's a bit of a problem. Okay, so this game's kind of like... The game's like very Contra-esque. Probably fucked up and difficult. But hey, at least it looks like a more functional video game than Evolution, like the actual GameCube one ever was. I never knew what this was, now I do. Oh, that's cool. I'm feeling edified and educated. There's still honestly a good number of these to go. Like, there's a lot of these, like a bigger backlog than you'd think. There's still quite a few of these to look at. I could probably continue doing this another time. I'm getting pretty worn out. I'm feeling pretty tired. I need to, like, get a real proper meal again and rejuvenate. So yeah.